In the quaint town of Brooksville, a group of friends formed a secret society called the Book Sleuths. They met every week in an old library to discuss mystery novels. The society consisted of 5 members: Sarah, the leader and a sharp-eyed detective; Mark, the tech-savvy one; Lisa, the history buff; Tom, the puzzle solver; and Emily, the quiet observer with a knack for details. One evening, Sarah brought an old, dusty book to their meeting. The Last Words by Henry Thompson, a famous mystery author who had died mysteriously 10 years ago. "I found this in the attic," she said. "I think there's more to his death than we know." As they read through the book, they noticed strange annotations in the margins. Words were circled, and certain phrases stood out. These looked like clues. Mark said. They decided to investigate further, excited by the prospect of a real-life mystery. Using their combined skills, they deciphered the annotations. The clues pointed to various locations in Brooksville. The first clue led them to the old clock tower, where they found a hidden compartment containing a letter from Henry Thompson. It revealed that he had discovered a secret about someone in the town and was afraid for his life. The letter mentioned a person named Jay. The book sleuths started their investigation by looking into people whose names started with J. They found out that James Morgan, the town's mayor, had a close relationship with Henry Thompson. They decided to pay him a visit.
Mayor Morgan was reluctant to talk about Henry, but when they mentioned the clues, he became visibly nervous. "Henry was onto something," he admitted, "but I can't say more." "It's too dangerous." Before they could ask more questions, he abruptly ended the conversation and warned them to stay away.
Undeterred, the book sleuths continued their investigation. The next clue led them to the abandoned warehouse near the edge of town. Inside, they found another letter from Henry, hidden under a loose floorboard. This letter was more explicit, mentioning the Raven, a code name for the person Henry suspected of being a killer. As they were leaving the warehouse, they were confronted by a hooded figure. The figure threatened them, saying, "Stop digging, or you'll end up like Henry." They barely escaped and realized they were onto something big. The third clue led them to the town's old cemetery. There, hidden behind a gravestone, they found a box containing photographs. The photos showed Henry with various town residents, but one stood out: Henry arguing with a man named Jonathan Reed, the town's chief of police. The book sleuths were shocked. Could the chief of police be involved? They decided to gather more information. Lisa, using her historical knowledge, found out that Jonathan Reed had a troubled past and a history of violence. They had to be careful. The final clue in Henry's book led them to the library, the very place they always met, in the archives section. They found Henry's last manuscript. It detailed the evidence he had gathered against Jonathan Reed, proving he was the Raven and had been behind a series of unsolved murders in Brooksville.
Armed with this knowledge, the book sleuths decided to confront Jonathan Reed. They gathered all the evidence and took it to Mayor Morgan, who, though initially reluctant, agreed to help. Together, they set a trap for the chief of police.
In a tense confrontation, Jonathan Reed was caught red-handed. He confessed to the murders and to killing Henry Thompson to keep his secret. The town was in shock, but justice was finally served.
The book sleuths were hailed as heroes. Their dedication to solving the mystery had saved the town from further terror. They continued their meetings, but now with a deeper bond and a greater sense of purpose. As the book sleuths celebrated their success, Sarah received a mysterious package.
Inside was another book by Henry Thompson, one she had never seen before. This book contained a final, chilling message. The raven was not alone. There is another. The message led them back to the clues they had overlooked. They realized that Mayor Morgan had manipulated them from the start. He had used them to eliminate Jonathan Reed, his rival, and the real threat to his own dark secrets. Determined to stop Morgan, the book's sleuths gathered one last time. They confronted him in his office, presenting the new evidence. Morgan, realizing he had been outsmarted, flew into a rage and pulled a gun on them. In the ensuing struggle, shots were fired. Sarah was hit, and as she fell, she managed to grab the gun from Morgan. The police arrived just in time to arrest him, but the damage was done. The book sleuths were left shattered by the loss of Sarah. Brooksville slowly recovered from the truth about its leaders. The remaining members of the book sleuths vowed to continue their work, honoring Sarah's memory. The town never forgot the sacrifices made to uncover the secrets hidden within the pages of a dead author's books.